Good day everyone, welcome to class. In today's class I'm going to be showing us how to add and subtract integers using the number line. In the last class I showed us how to use the borrowing pattern to calculate it, but here I'm going to be using the number line. The number line has two sections, the negative part to the left and the positive part to the right. So we're going to be using these questions to explain. The first one is minus 3 plus 2. So the first thing is you locate the number, the first number you're starting with. So I've already done that here. So I'm going to move 2 times towards the right hand side because I am adding 2 to it. Okay, so I'll start from minus 3 and I move 2 times. The first one 1, and I'm going to move again. So I'll move the second time this now, and that is 2. This is the second movement. So anywhere the movement stops, the number that it touches, okay, on the number line will be your answer. So for this question, it stops at minus 1. So minus 1 will be my final answer. Okay, so do not forget I move towards the right. So anytime you are moving towards the right hand side of your number line, it means you are adding up. Okay, so I move 2 times, 1 and 2, and it stops at minus 1, and that is why my answer is minus 1. Okay, number 2, we have minus 3 plus 5. I'm going to locate the first number I'll be starting with, and I'll be starting with minus 3. So this time around, I'm sure you can easily guess how many times I'm going to move. 5 times, right? Good. So 5 times toward the right. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and lastly 5. So where does it stop? It stops at 2. It stops at 2. So 2 will be my final answer. 2 will be my final answer. Minus 3 plus 5 equals 2. Minus 3 plus 5 equals 2. So we're going to take the third question. Okay, we're going to take the third question, which is minus 2 plus 2. I believe you remember this particular question, right? Okay, so let's locate the minus 2 on the number line. Minus 2. So because it's addition, I move 2 times 1, and the second movement I have what? 2, and it stops at what? 0. Minus 2 plus 2 equals 0, and that is my final answer. Equals what? 0. Okay, so we're going to take one more question, and this time around we're going to be moving towards the left. So we're going to take a different pattern of question. So apparently I'm trying to label my number line. So this is how to go about the labeling. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The number increases towards the right, okay, and the numbers decrease towards the left. The numbers increase towards the right and they decrease towards the left. So I'm labeling the left hand side now. Okay, as you can see, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So as I'm writing these numbers, they're becoming smaller. Okay, so I'm going to write a question now. That is the fourth question. Okay, so now let's get the question. Okay, so I'm going to write in the last question, and that's number 4 question. Okay, so let's get the question. Minus 1 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3. So the first thing I'm going to do is to locate the number I'll be starting with on the number line, and I'll be starting with minus 1, and I will be moving towards the left hand side, not right, because I'm subtracting 3. So let's go. 1, 2, and lastly 3. So I'm going to stop here, and what number is it touching? Minus 4. So the movement stopped at minus 4, and minus 4 will be my final answer. Okay, so please, one thing I want you to notice: if you're adding up, you are going to move in towards the right hand side, and if you are subtracting, you'll be moving towards the left hand side. It's as simple as that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be giving us some questions to practice at home, to practice what we've learned in today's class. Okay, so while I run the questions, I want you to note that this method actually of using number line is limited. You might not be able to use it for big numbers, and that is why it's actually good for you to also understand the method of borrowing, which I already explained in my previous video. Alright, so ensure you solve these questions, and I'll be glad to see your answers in the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye.